We just saw the Texas Lady Tigers gold in our last game 1 game ago, and they lost in that game. The Wildcats will come out in highlighter yellow. They're going to be bright, folks. They're back for this was their first game of the day here on Court 5. And it looks like we're about ready here for the start of the first half. Texas Lady Tigers, gold will be in white tops, trimmed in gold with purple shorts and gold down the side. So we're about ready for action. Little stoppage and play. We are behind by quite a bit, as this game was scheduled to start at 4:30. It is now approaching 4:50, about 20 minutes behind. Here on IAD Court 5, the main court here in Carrollton, Texas. Wildcats coming out in all highlighter yellow. Starting for the Wildcats, Annie Lenore. And jumping here will be Jada Burse. For the Wildcats, for the Tigers, they will have jumping Casey Coley. The referee's back on the court. And we're ready for the opening tip here at the 2014 PrimeTime National Championships in the 11th and 12th grade girls division. Wrapping up pool play here today. And the tip is up. Tipped and won by the West Texas Wildcats. Foul quickly over the back, and we'll give the Texas Lady Tigers the ball. Bringing it up the floor. Clifton gives it off. Now Clifton will get it back. Swings it to the left side. Back to Clifton, pump fake, and she moved her feet, and that'll be a travel. She saw the defender, Bobby Christie, up in the air and went straight for the lane. Shot on the other end from the Wildcats. No good, but heading to the line for a pair of free throws is Annie Lenore. Lenore trying to have the first points of the ball game, and she won't do so on the first free throw. It's in and out. Second free throw on the way, and count it. And our first points of the day coming from Annie Lenore. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. Clifton brings it up, gives it off right at the free throw line. And the ball is going to float out of bounds from Wilson. Taking over will be the West Texas Wildcats. Wildcats in highlighter yellow get a shot from the corner. Shot is off the mark. Back the other way go the Tigers. Shot from the top of the key from Clifton is short. Well short. It's going to be an air ball out of bounds. One to nothing our score. Approaching 14 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. A three from the right side wing is off the mark, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds off the Wildcats. That three ball put up by Bobby Kirsten. Bobby Chitsey has been cold from the field to start the game. 0 for 2 from three-point range. Driving in here for the Wildcats. It's Wilson. She gives it off, and Chaffin has the ball ripped and stolen away. And heading the other way quickly is Maya Pearson. She puts up a 2 up and off the glass. And we have our first field goal of this evening's game. 3-0. West Texas Wildcats lead the Texas Lady Tigers. Gold. And last game in pool play for these two teams. Clifton pulls up for 2, and she drains it, giving the Lady Tigers their first points. On the other end, we'll have a foul. And it'll be against the West Texas Wildcats and headed the other way. Clifton drives in on the right side. She puts one up off the glass, can't get it to fall. And headed the other way go the Wildcats. Pool D is what this game is. As a nice shot put in for the West Texas Wildcats by Jada Burse. She's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. This will wrap up Pool D. The West Texas Wildcats have a chance with the victory to win Pool D. Shot is off the mark from Annie Lenore. Clifton with the board now. She's hassled, stolen away from her by Jada Burse. And back up, and the shot is nailed. Open shot for Annie Lenore. That was Maya Pearson who knocked it away and got it to Lenore so she could get the easy 2. Clifton slowly coming up the floor. Her team trails 7-2 by 5. She's trapped on the right side, needs somewhere to go with the ball. And she's going to get bailed out by a timeout from her head coach. 12:20 to go here. And Carrollton, Texas at the 2014 PrimeTime Sports National Championships. I'm Matt Reynolds. Here's the Texas Lady Tigers Gold. Take on the West Texas Wildcats. In the huddle there, you see Paul Lawyer, head coach for the Tigers. West Texas has played very well here in the beginning. Both teams struggled early on offensively. That's what leaves us with our 7-2 score. We're going to have a foul against the Wildcats. And Clifton will get it in to Clifton. She takes a screen from Walters. She'll drive, kicks it out. Wilson for an open 3 on the right wing. It's too short. Online, she just didn't have quite enough on it. Wildcats. Swing it left. And a right wing, thought about a 3. They'll kick it to Lenore. Lenore will shoot an NBA range 3 from the left side wing. She can't get the board, and up with it goes Maya Pearson. She can't get it to fall either. Wilson will take it out of bounds for the West Texas Wildcats. Trailing by 5. Try to work it around here. Working it around the perimeter. Tigers looking for an opening. Right side Wilson, and Wilson will be fouled. Tigers need to get it in quickly. 5 seconds nearing, just get it in before the time. And now down on the floor is Walter. She's tied up with a Wildcat. Possession arrow favors the Lady Tigers. They'll hold on to it. Trailing by 5. Wildcats just get it into Wilson in time. Nearing the 5-second call once again. Driving. It's Clifton. She gives it off to Wilson. Wilson drives to the hole, and she's going to be fouled. .10:51 to go here. Wilson gets it in. She has it in the corner. She'll drive. Pushes off. No call. She drives, and she'll get the foul. She'll head to the line for the first time this evening, hoping to give her team some points that are much needed as they trail by 5. 5 seems like a lot more when you're in a 7-2 ball game and both teams have struggled to score. First shot is up and good. First points of the evening for Wilson. Second shot is up and rolls in and get the nice bounce. Wildcats bring it the other way. Right side, she shuffles her feet just a little bit before she saw the open lane and went after the pump fake. So many times you'll see that, the pump fake, and then shuffle their feet too soon. That was Nia Abram for the West Texas Wildcats. They'll turn the ball over. Lady Tigers take back over. Clifton has it at the top of the key. She swings it right to Walters. Walters drives in. She has the ball stripped. Out of bounds. Walters will inbound. It's an inbound. It's Chaffin. Chaffin tries to get to Wilson. It's knocked away and stolen by Brady Clausen. Back the other way come the Wildcats. Left side wing comes Huff. And ball knocked out of bounds and a turnover for the Wildcats. The Wildcats are playing sloppy here. Both teams neither really taking advantage of anything here. We're at a 7-4 standstill. Nobody can get anything going offensively. Under the 10-minute mark now in the first half. Shot up and a nice shot from Clifton. She's now the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers with 4. Ball thrown down on the low block. Wildcats trying to get the ball to Lindsey Cox. Couldn't do so. They turned it over, and we got a 1-point ball game between the Tigers and Wildcats here on Court 5 I-80 at the PrimeTime 2014 PrimeTime National Championships. Ball's on the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up. This time, the arrow favors the West Texas Wildcats. They'll take over. This is the final game in Pool D. Final game for these two teams. They'll rest up and then come back Saturday for bracket play. Ball is off into the court, left to our location. Inbounding it will be Taylor Huff. She gets it inbounds to Abram. Abram, shot, floater in the lane, no good. Headed back the other way quickly. It's Clifton. Clifton angles right. It's a ball to Walters. Walters pump fakes, drives, puts up the shot, knocked down. And the foul is going to go on Nia Abram. That's her first. It's to the line for Paris Walters. She can tie it up, give her team the lead. She can net both of them. First one's in and out. And mass subs here for the Wildcats. Something they've done the whole tournament. 5 girls in, 5 girls out. Keep a solid rotation throughout the game. Keep their legs fresh. Second one is in, and we have a tie game. Wildcats with it on the left wing. They're working it around, trying to get it down low. They do so. Shot up and no good. Missed right at the rim by Jada Burse. Had a prime opportunity there. She couldn't cash in. Wildcat guarding closely. Lady Tigers trying to find an opening. Nearly throw it away to the Wildcats. Clifton has it. No foul call on the contact. Shot from the left block, no good. And here come the Wildcats. Shot is off the mark. It's Jada Burse having a little difficulty getting anything to fall here in the first half. Shot up and in. And the Lady Wildcats take back the lead, 9-7. We're going to have a foul away from the ball. And it's going to go against the West Texas Wildcats, Maya Pearson. She picks up her first. 7:46 to go here in the first half. Clifton with it. She drives in, puts up a floater. Can't get that to fall, but she's going to be fouled. And she'll head to the line for a pair. Clifton eyes the basket. And in and out. She will not tie it up here, but she can cut the deficit to 1. Here on court 5, main court at the IED. Matt Reynolds here on the PrimeTime Sports Network. Second free throw is good. Clifton has 5. She leads all scorers. Wildcats turnaround jumper from Bobby Jitsi is no good. And we're going to have another foul. These officials are calling a ridiculous amount of fouls here today. Any little ticky-tack foul has been called, and that's just the way it's been played throughout the day. You have to adjust to how the game's being called, and the Lady Tigers drive in. Kicks it to Walters on the left side wing. From Walters to Walters, the two sisters, and can't connect. Driving out of the West Texas Wildcats. Putting up the shot in the lane. It's Kaylee Wudu. Can't connect. Back the other way goes Clifton. Pass nearly stolen. Clifton gets the board off the miss from Walters. She'll kick it out to Walters. Walters the tray, and that's an air ball. Too short on the air ball. 9-8 our score. As the Wildcats lead by just 1. Try to extend that lead here. Pass into the corner. Get it across. And down low, can't connect. It's Jada Burse. Out in front of everybody is Millbrooks. And the 2 off the glass. She can't give her team the lead. Little too antsy there. West Texas Wildcats, a right wing 3 is off the mark to the right. That 3-pointer couldn't fall for the West Texas Wildcats as Lenore put up that one, and a shot from the corner for the Tigers. They can't connect, and it's just back and forth. The offenses are struggling here. 17 points have been scored, and we're 3/4 the way through the first half. Shot from Wudu is off the mark from the left wing, And here come the Tigers attack. Chaffin has it on the right side wing. Gives it over to Clifton, over to Millbrooks. Millbrooks pump fakes. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes to Chaffin. Back over to Clifton. Clifton gets a pick from Chaffin. Now she'll back out. Look for some help. And Jada Burst with the deflection. She's not going to be able to chase it down, though. It's going to go out of bounds. And ball's coming back to us. To our way, our location. And the Lady Tigers will have the ball. Checking out is Clifton. She has not sat much in the 2 games today. Her first break of the afternoon. Should say evening, as we're now into the 5 o'clock out. 5:16 left to go here in the first half. Tigers walk it up the floor with Wilson. Wilson gets a pick from Walters. Thought about a 3 there. She'll try to post it down low. She gets it to Chaffin. Chaffin over to Kohler. And Kohler with a nice friendly roll gets it to fall in. Tigers have retaken the lead. 10-9. Off for Kohler's shot from the free throw line. Casey Kohler's first points of the afternoon. And inside with the floater and knocking it down is Nia Abram. That's her first basket. She'll have an opportunity for an and one to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And she does so. Puts the Wildcats back on top. Tigers were on top momentarily. Wasn't long. And we're going to have another foul. Foul's on Maya Pearson. As the referees, they're calling every little thing. You've got to be careful. Foul trouble could be a possible thing for both teams here in the second half. Lady Tigers driving. That's Walters. She's fouled. Foul going to be on Taylor Huff. Walters heads to the line. She'll shoot 2. And the officials chatting, making sure they have the correct number of fouls on everybody. 4:25 to go here in the first half. Don't know exactly what they're chatting about. Maybe the number of fouls for each team. Coach is just waiting to see what's to come of it. And we still have no decision. Officials still sorting it out. Looks like we've got sorted out. So he heads to the scorer's table and explains to the two coaches what's happening. Matt Reynolds here on the PrimeTime Sports Network. This is a great time for me to tell you can purchase these games individually. As you're watching them now live for free, well, you can purchase these games, any of the pool play games that we have done here on IAD Court 5. Purchase them for 2 different packages, a $20 package and a $30 package if you have any trouble. First, go to ptsn.tv, that's Primetime Sports Network.tv, or you can try just primetimesports.com, sports with a Z. And if you have trouble with either of those, just give them a call. 972-355-3788. Order your own copy and have it for your athlete and family to watch. Still sorting out what's going on. We've had about a 3.5-minute break where absolutely nothing has happened other than the officials talking to each other. Now the officials talking to coaches. And the more and more I think about it, it's looking like it's a substitution came in early, which has happened already 3 times today in previous games, and they're going to give him a technical foul. Wilson will shoot the technical foul for the Lady Tigers. She switches the first. She now has 3 points on the evening. The second rims out. And now, Lady Tigers will have the ball. Trailing by just 1. .425 to go. Walters was at the line before the technical shots occurred. She'll get her chance. First one is no good. She was 1 for 2 from the line in her first attempt. Second shot is no good as well. Rebound battle for 1 by Chaff, and she puts up a shot. Can't get it to fall, and we'll have a jump ball call between Lindsey Cox and Casey Kohler. Arrow favors the Lady Tigers. They'll hang on to it. Trying to get it in, got to get it in quickly. Walters gets it into Chaffin. Now we'll kick it out to Wilson. Wilson over to Millbrook. Millbrook drives in, puts up a floater hard off the glass. Now a scramble for it here on the floor, and we're going to have another jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Wildcats. This is our 7th game of the day. We will have 11 total on the day. There's a nice block there by Kohler for the Lady Tigers, and here they come the other way with Wilson. Wilson driving to the bucket. She puts it in too hard. Can't get it to go. Wildcats back the other way. Nice crossover. Now Lenore gives it in the corner for 2. Lindsey Cox buries it. And the Wildcats lead by 3. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the first half. Wilson driving in, puts up the 2, and has it off the glass. Wildcats have that at the top of the key. Lenore angles left, she drives in. She's gonna walk. She gets in traffic. And Annie Lenore just got caught up a little bit too much. Trying to figure out where to go with the ball, and she shuffled her feet. Wilson will bring it up. 2:44 to go. 1-point ball game. It's been a very competitive game. Neither team has been able to separate themselves on the offensive end. They both struggled. Millbrooks over to Wilson. Wilson drives, puts up the layup. She can't get that to fall. Too hard off the glass. And Jada Burst leads the attack. Pass over to Lindsey Cox. She can't get it to fall. Now Millbrook with the board. She gives it up to Kohler. Kohler on the other end. She can't get it to fall. Here comes Lenore to the Wildcats, and we'll have a foul. And the Wildcats will only sub in 3, which is the first time all tournament that we've seen on court 5 the Wildcats just sub in 3, not sub in the whole complete team, as they've done 5 in, 5 out. We're in on the huddle of the Wildcats now. They prep. They do lead by 1. 2:14 to go. Matt Reynolds here on the PrimeTime Sports Network for the 2014 PrimeTime National Championships. This is the 11th and 12th grade girls Division game here on I-80 Court 5. Wrapping up Pool D. This will be the final game. The Wildcats have a chance to win the pool with a victory. Get it down low to Jada Burr. She puts it up and in for 2. But before she could put it up and in, they're going to call a push off away from the ball. So the score will remain 14-13. Lady Tigers with a chance to take the lead. Clifton's pass is knocked out of bounds by Burst. Inbounding is Walters. Whitney Walters gets the ball from the referee, gets it in easily to Clifton. Clifton back to Walters. Walters to her sister, Kimberly Walters. She works it down low to the left, to the right block. And Kohler can't convert. Up quickly are the Wildcats. Pass from Maddie Kirsty over to Jada Burson. She can't convert. Ball knocked out of bounds. Wildcats will maintain possession. They get it into Maya Abram. Nia Abram off to the top of the key for a 3. And it's just to the left. Rebound battle for down low. Jada Burst has it. She puts it up. Can't get it to fall, but she's going to head to the line. Second chance points have been big for the West Texas Lady Wildcats. As Annie Lenore shot that 3-pointer, and then Jada Burst just kept battling down low. Pays off at the trip to the free throw line. First one's up, and no good. Second free throw on the way. And she can't get that one. 0 for 2 from the line. Leaves us still at a 1-point game. Stand still here at 14-13, approaching a minute to play in the first half. Kohler saves the ball. Out to Walters. Walters has it over to Clifton. Clifton over to Walters on the right wing. Can't get the shot to fall. She gets her own miss. Gives it inside to Kohler. Kohler's shot rejected by Burst. And here come the Texas Lady Wildcats. Maddie Kirsty. Chisty can't get her shot to fall. The ball falls out of bounds, and the Wildcats will hang on to it up 1. Checking back in for the Wildcats is Nia Abram. And get it in the corner for 3. A little too long. Rebounded though, and put back up and in, and the foul by Bobby Chisty. That's Bobby Chisty. Her first basket. She'll have an opportunity to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. Put her team up by 4 if she can knock it down. She can't, but the Wildcats get the board, and a 3-pointer from the right wing. Can't cash in on that. Battling for it, and the ball is going to be out of bounds off of the Lady Tigers, Aaliyah Clifton. Wildcats hang on to it, get it in. To Abram, into the corner for 3, and it's drained. The corner 3 knocked down by Bobby Chisty. She got her first basket there. Had a chance for the free throw, couldn't get that, but nails the 3 from the corner. Missed by the Tigers, and Wildcats are back the other way. Clifton with the steal, but the ball is going to fall out of bounds, and she's not able to control it. Just 4.9 seconds left. The Wildcats got to go quickly. Annie Lenore with it. She shoots it at the buzzer, and she got it at the buzzer. She hit it to give her team a 22-13 lead. A buzzer beater at the end of the first half. The West Texas Wildcats take a 22-13 lead over the Lady Tigers, and we'll take a short 2-minute break, and then we'll come back. I'll be rejoined by Michael Knight here for Pool D action between the West Texas Wildcats and the Texas Lady Tigers. As the West Texas Wildcats lead 22-13, a nice three-point shot by Annie Lenore at the buzzer to give her team a 9-point lead headed into the break. We'll be back with the second half and more after this. Welcome back to the 2014 Primetime National Championships here in Carrollton, Texas. I'm Matt Reynolds here on court I-85. And Pool D action, the last game of Pool D between the West Texas Wildcats and the Texas Lady Tigers Gold. West Texas Wildcats are in the lead 22-13 off of a buzzer beater at the end of the half by Annie Lenore. We'll run down quickly at the start of the second half here as we're underway. The leading scores for both teams. Annie Lenore has 5, along with Bobby Chitsey. She also has 5, and then 3 other players have chipped in with 2 points. Nia Abram, Maya Pearson, and Jada Burst. And I apologize. And Abram has 3. For the Texas Lady Tigers, Whitney Walters has 3. Clifton has 5. Kohler has 2, and Wilson has 3. 22-13 our score. Wildcats looking to keep things going here in the second half. A 3-ball from Lenore is no good. Here come the Wildcats down the stretch, and a foul is going to be called and send Wilson to the line. Wilson will shoot 2. First one up, and no good. Second shot, and that's no good as well. Rebound battle for Wildcats have it, and then we're going to have a foul on the floor. A lot of fouls here, Michael, throughout this second day of the tournament. We've seen a lot more fouls in the second day than we saw in the first.
Yeah, that's what kind of, sorry about the delay. That's what kind of led to what we're dealing with right now, which is a huge delay in game start times. And this game is, you know, there's not really a better way to describe it other than it's just been sloppy. Both teams
haven't been able to get going at all. West Texas Lady Wildcats moving around. And Lenore has it at the top of the key. She'll drive in, puts up a 2, and she's going to be fouled. Lenore will go to the line. First one is no good. Second free throw. Can get that one to roll in as well. Wilson goes the other way. She's going to be blocked, but fouled. That'll send her to the line. Foul is going to be on Bobby Chisty.
That was really close to just being all ball.
That was close. Any ticky-tack foul today will be called. Touch him as a foul. First one is good from Wilson. Second shot follows, and she can't get that one to roll. Up the floor quickly to the Wildcats, and a nice pass to Jada Burst. She puts it up and in. The pass coming from Bobby Chisty. Half-court pass all the way down to the right block. Set her up for an easy 2. Clifton drives in. Gives it on the outside. And we're going to have a travel. Travel will be against Cameron Wilson. And Lenore will walk it up for the Wildcats. Wildcats lead by 11. Get it down low, shot put up. And wildly by Maya Pearson. Can't get that to fall, but rebound and put right back up and in. Second chance points have led to many of the West Texas Wildcats' opportunities to put points on the board. Clifton trying to find some opening for the Tigers, and Wilson is fouled as she's knocked to the floor. Check-ins for the Wildcats coming in is Kaylee Woodoo.
The Lady Tigers coach, I guess, wanted an intentional foul. He was getting very mouthy.
He hasn't been this whole game and the last game we had on this court. He's not been happy with officials. Did you think it was worthy of an intentional foul?
No.
Yeah, play on the ball. On the other end, Abram can't get the shot to go. Here come the Lady Tigers. Wilson. Pass to Walters is off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds. Brady Clausen back in for the Wildcats. As well as Maddie Chisty, and the shot off the mark from the left wing from Abram. Here come the Tigers. Need to convert on opportunities off of misses from the Wildcats, and Wilson turns it right up. Bobby Chisty the other way. She'll put up a shot, and up and in, and one. She'll have an opportunity for the three-point play. She could extend this lead to 16.
He's talking to everybody who will listen to him, which isn't very many people.
Yeah, he's a character. Shot is up and in. 16-point lead for the Wildcats. And he calls for a timeout. That is the Lady Tigers head coach. Timeout on the floor, 12:40 to go. I'd love to be in that huddle if we can get the camera with some sound.
We might not be able to put that.
That audio may not be regulation.
Yeah, we might not be able to do that.
He is instructing his young ladies.
Fired up.
He's a fiery guy. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, yeah.
Just
if I was a player, I'd like to play for him because he's going to constantly defend you.
Yeah, constantly.
I mean, more times than not, though, it's just.
And turnover out of the timeout. That is not what he was telling his girls.
Yeah, I mean, that's more times than not. It's just your team's not that good. You're just getting beat. It has nothing to do with the officials.
Brady Clausen will go to the line for two. There has been a lot of calls, but it's both ways. It's not just one-sided today, and Clausen knocks in the first. That's Brady Clausen's first points on the evening, and she can't get the second. Tigers head the other way with Clifton. Clifton drives in, kicks it out to the right side to Kohler. Kohler, she'll give it around to Walters. Whitney Walters over to her sister. And the shot is off from Kohler from the free throw line, rebounded by the Wildcats. Trying to get it down low to Kohler, and it goes off her hands and out of bounds. Kimberly Walters looking like they're going to press here. She guards the backcourt, not much of a press. Easily get it across the half-court line, and here comes the trap. Stolen away by the Lady Tigers. Walters' sisters playing a little catch. Up to Clifton. Now she's in between two Wildcats. They have it coming the other way. A three ball from the right wing is short from Clausen and Wilson. Presses it the other way. She'll turn it over. Too many turnovers for the Lady Tigers, and that would be why they are trailing 31-14. One of the reasons, Brady Chisty drives in, Bobby Chisty She has the ball knocked out of bounds, and Lady Tigers will head the other way. Game has been in the hands of the Wildcats for most of the game. They've been well in control. Cross-court pass. They get it over to Abram, who drives in, tries to kick it down low, and can't get it to a teammate. Tigers take over. Down 31-14, just under 11 minutes to go. We're in the second half at the PrimeTime National Championships. We're watching on the PrimeTime Sports Network. Matt Reynolds alongside Michael Knight. We're watching in the stream live for free, but you can also order each of these games. Just go to psn.tv. If you have some trouble there, just check out their main site at primetimesports.com. Sports is with the Z. And the phone number is 972-355-3788. If you just have any technical difficulties, give them a call. At the line is Wilson. She'll be shooting 2 for the Tigers. First shot is up, and count it. Wilson has 5 on the day. She'll try to make it 6 with this free throw. And in and out. Too short. Rebound to Jada Burse. She gives it off to Abram. Abram loses it nearly. Now she'll get it back. Gets it into the corner, and that's going to be a travel. Travel called on Lindsey Cox. And the Tigers will take over. Trailing 31-15. Get it down low to Walters. Walters puts it up off the glass, can't get it to fall. Burst with the board. Realizes she's got numbers on her side, and she'll take it the full length. Wilson, the only one in front of her, is able to deflect the shot enough. She'll come down with the board. Now she'll press it. She's trapped. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Woodoo for the West Texas Wildcats. .10 to go. Tigers get it in to Millbrook. She gets the screen. Over to Kohler. Kohler for 3. And she knocks it down. That's Kohler. Her first 3-point basket of the evening. She's got 5. Wildcats go the other way. Shot too far from Lindsey Cox. And the Lady Tigers got a chance here to cut the deficit, but off the leg of Wilson, and that's just kind of how the night's gone for the Tigers.
Anytime they build just a little bit of momentum, they shoot themselves in the foot.
Turnovers will kill you. Lenore has it at the top of the key. She'll kick it around. Right side wing 3. Just a little off from Woodoo. Battle on the floor. She gets it to Lenore. Lenore is going to be fouled on the floor. 9:20 to go in this one. Checking back in for the Lady Tigers. Clifton checking out as Wilson. Wildcats will inbound. They get it into Lenore. Left corner 3 is too short from Abram. Rebound battle for 1 by Walter. She hands off to Clifton. Clifton holding her arm. She'll go around a pick from Millbrook. Gives it off to Millbrook. She's open. A little short on her 3-point attempt from the corner. And Abram out and running. She's got Jada Burst with her. She hands to her, but Jada Burst just wasn't quite ready for it. Didn't have her hands just in the right place and go straight through.
Yeah, she was ready for the pass, but then the deeper she got into the paint, the more she thought she was just going to take it herself, and just ended up, I don't know what she was trying to do, get ready for the shot, try to set a pick. She basically just gave up on the play, at least that part of the play.
Shot blocked emphatically by Lenore and Burse. Tigers get the rebound. They've got another chance, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. Foul's going to go against the Wildcats. Give the Lady Tigers another chance at it. They have it on the outside. Chaffin for two, and she nets it. Bringing the ball up the floor is Lenore. She crosses over to the left. Now she'll give it inside. They'll get it to Burst. She puts her back to the basket, turns around, and fires a shot, and it's fouled. The lead is 11 for the Wildcats. Just 8 minutes and some change left. And that is going to be the 5th foul for Casey Kohler. She is fouled out. Checking back in for the Wildcats. It's Bobby Chitsey along with Maya Pearson.
We'll see what happens after these free throws, but Lady Tigers, you know, all they have to do is step one. Look, there's 8 minutes left. You can still make a comeback. We've seen leads evaporate off and on today. Now, step one is you need to make it down to single digits. Her missing both of those free throws definitely helps your cause.
Yeah, they can just score a basket here. They will have completed that task and get it down to single digits, but block, and a nice block from Jada Burse. That block out of bounds. The Tigers will hold on to it. In the corner, Clifton. She puts up a shot. She's tangled up with a Wildcat. Wanting a foul call. Now she'll get the call. She'll get the ball back. Gives it off, and the shot from Chaffin off the mark. Quickly come the Wildcats down the floor. We got Maya Pearson. She backs it out, and she'll bring it in now to Jada Burse. Back to Maya Pearson, who puts up a shot. Too short. Give it for two now, and it's drained from the free throw line by Bobby Chesty. Nice shot by Chesty. Approaching 7 minutes to go and a 13-point lead, 13 commanding point lead for the Wildcats of West Texas. Lady Tigers drive in, and Millbrooks is called for the travel. Here come the Wildcats with Lenore. She races, she's triple teamed. Gets it off to Chesty. Into the corner for two. That's off the mark. Battled for on the boards. Wildcats come away with it for a third time. To Bobby Chesty for three from the left corner, and that's too short. Air ball out of bounds. Maddie Chesty tried to run down her sister's miss there, but couldn't get to it in time. Lady Tigers bringing it up is Leah Clifton. She has been the point guard. Led the Tigers attack. Takes a nasty. She tried to set a screen and takes a nasty push. They're going to call a foul on Maya Pearson. Wasn't so much as a push as her just running through the screen. Officials have not swallowed their whistle at all in this game or in any of the other previous games that we've had here on the PrimeTime Sports Network here at the IAD, court number 5. Matt Reynolds alongside Michael Knight. As the Wildcats lead by 13. And officials sorting some stuff out at the scores table.
Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we will have the Oklahoma Lady Vols taking on the Comets. Both teams looking for their first victory in pool play, as they'll play 2 games today.
Millbrook over to Clifton. Millbrook gets it back in the corner now. And Chaffin puts up the 3. It's too short. Rebound to Jada Burst. She's out and running quickly. Over to Chesty. Chesty backs it out. Gives it out to the captain, Bobby Chesty. Bobby Chesty to her sister. And she can't convert. But a rebound, and the Lady Wildcats put it back up and in. That's been the theme of the day for the Wildcats. Second chance point opportunities is what has gave them this 15-point lead along with defense, and Jada Burst able to steal it away there. She'll take it the entire way. She can't get it to fall. Rebound to Woodoo. Woodoo gets it into Burst. Jump ball is going to be called. Checking in for the Lady Tigers. Back in is Wilson. Get the ball out to Lenore. She drives in, puts up a wild shot, and they're going to call a charge on it. Chaffin shakes the charge, has her feet set. And we give the Lady Tigers the ball, down 15. Wilson gets it into Clifton. Nearing the 5-minute mark here in the second half. Clifton, she'll drive. Kicks it out, and they're going to call a travel.
That was a really, really late pass. Jumped up, turned around to get it to a teammate. Hit the floor first.
And the Wildcats won a timeout, leading by 15 with 5:14 to go. Gives us perfect timing to remind you can order any game of pool play for any team that has been featured on Court 5, as well as Court 6 and Court 4. Court 5 is our main court, where we will be all weekend. Matt Reynolds alongside Michael Knight. And you can go to PrimetimeSports.com, sports with the Z on the end instead of the S. Or you can go to PTSN.tv. One of those 2 websites, and you should be able to find your way to get the game that you would like. It's been webcasted by us. It'll be there. If you do have any difficulties, give them a call at 972-355-3788. Back to action here. The Wildcats give it down low to Jada Burst. She puts it up off the glass, can't get it to fall, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. They're going to say Jada Burst. I don't know how she exactly fouled. Don't ask me, but she did. Apparently, they're saying she hooked her, so I guess she did. Nevertheless, 15-point lead. We've reached under 5 minutes. Clifton. Headed the other way now. Chaffin will get it. Over to Walters. She drives out. Back to Clifton. Just searching for somewhere to go with it here. Wilson drives in. Now she has to back out to Chaffin. To Clifton, and now she just stands. Clifton drives into Chaffin for 3, and it's too short. Rebound goes to Bobby Chesty. She gives off to Annie Lenore. Lenore presses it. She drives in. Lenore puts the 2 up. Can't get it to fall, but it's fouled. She'll head to the line to add on to the 15-point lead with 4:17 remaining. First free throw is up and good. Our next game coming up will be the 8th game of the day. Here at Court 5, the IED. Michael Knight will have the broadcast. Wildcats now leading by 17. Between the OK Lady Vols and the Comets. Their first game of the day. Driving in and kicking out is Walters to Chaffin. Chaffin nails it from the right elbow. Give Chaffin her first basket of the second half. Back the other way go the Wildcats. Abram puts up a shot too hard off the glass. Rebounded though by the Wildcats. Chisty, she gets it out to Lenore. Lenore in traffic over to Bobby Chisty for a long two. And he can count it. She has 9. Bobby Chisty with a nice performance. Clifton working around to Wilson. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Here in the second half, Wilson drives in. She has her shot blocked by Maddie Chisty. Maddie Chisty passes over to Bobby Chisty. Bobby will drive the length of the floor. Chisty puts it up and in off the glass. She's got 11, and she is now in double figures. Lady Tigers down 19 with 2:45 to go. Matt Reynolds alongside Michael Knight here at the PrimeTime Sports National Championships.
I mean, come on, man. 41-22. 2.5 minutes left, although, hey, shh, don't tell anybody. The clock's running right now. It shouldn't be, shouldn't have said anything.
This game is one of those games that it has been around the 14 to 15 point lead through the entire game for the Wildcats since the better part of the first half. It hadn't been close, but they haven't got up to that 25-point mark to where the clock does run once the games get to 25. And if you are looking for our next game, yes, we are behind. That approaches 6 o'clock. What time was our next game supposed to begin?
Before 6 o'clock.
I know we're behind, just don't know how far. Wildcats get it across the timeline. They'll have it on the right side wing. And before the shot, we're going to get a travel call. With 2:14 left. Tigers take over, trailing 41-24.
5:40. At least we've been,
so we're running about 20 minutes behind.
And we haven't gotten further behind with each game. I mean, we've been 20 minutes behind since about noon. So, I mean, it hasn't gotten worse.
It is true. So if you're looking for the OK Lady Vols in the Comets game, it will be here on Court 5. You are on the right channel. We'll just be at the conclusion of this game as Clifton puts up the 2, can't get it to fall. Ball is stolen away. And Wilson puts it up and in for 2. Wildcats having a little trouble with the pressure. Wilson able to get the ball, and she's fouled with 1:43 left. And she's going to head to the line for 2 free throws. Wilson on the day has been to the free throw line 4 times. She makes her first. She is now 6 of 9. And her 10th free throw on the day, she makes, and she is 70% on the day, 7 of 10. 41-28, the Wildcats lead up pass to Jada Burst, and she's going to be fouled. That'll send her to the line. She'll go to the line for 2. First free throw on the way from Burst, and that's good. Tomorrow we'll begin bracket play as pool play is wrapped up today for every team in every division. Second free throw on its way, it's missed. Rebounded by Millbrooks. She'll power it up the floor and she'll be fouled. It's about the way it's gone. Foul on one end, foul on the other end, and another foul.
Everybody gets a foul.
It's kind of how it's gone throughout this game. Referees quick to blow the whistle. Millbrooks, first free throw, is off the mark.
You would think at this point that these refs are getting paid by the hour instead of per game. They have no problem with being here.
Bobby Chisty gets it in. And Jada Burst will have an easy look at the basket from the right block. She knocks it through. Wildcats now lead 44-29. Clifton drives in. That's off the mark. Saved by Chisty. It's going to go to Abram. Nia Abram out in front. She'll go up for two. Has it blocked. And a nice block by Kohler. Pardon me, that was not Kohler. That was Walters. Kimberly Walters. 44-29. We've got a timeout. Just 1:09 left. Give a shout out to our fantastic crew that we have here with us. Chris White, Jamal James, Malik Carter, Lindsay DeLing, Elliot LeBlanc, Kagan Sandusky, Jake Stillman, and Luke Stillman, alongside with myself, Matt Reynolds, and Michael Knight. For this weekend, we're bringing you every game. Brought you 10 games yesterday on Court 5. We're bringing you 11 today. We'll come back tomorrow for bracket play and Sunday for the championships. Throw it into the backcourt. Lenore chases it down. She'll give it off to Abram. Nia Abram crosses over. Now she'll drive to the right side. Dishes off to Burst, who puts it up and in for two. And I believe we have a foul on the floor. We're going to call a charge, so no basket. Fouls against Abram. She checks out of the game with 5 fouls. Lady Tigers get it into Clifton. And we are now under a minute to play. 44-29. Wildcats on top. Lady Tigers can't connect there. Get it out to Clifton. She drives in, puts up a shot, and it's going to be a travel.
Yeah, there was a travel earlier.
That
wasn't called. And then she passed it off to a teammate, and then she traveled, so finally they had to turn the ball over.
Chisty up ahead. Try to get to Burst. Can't get it to Jada Burst. And Millbrooks leads the attack here. And the Tigers trying to get some late points. Can't get the ball to fall in off the glass. Lenore will have it for the Wildcats. Off to Burst for a long two. Too hard off the backboard. Rebound battle for it. Won by Chaffin. She gets it up to Millbrooks. Millbrooks puts it up and in off the glass. 44-31 our score. That could very well be our final score as we've reached under 10 seconds to play here. And knocked out of bounds by Clifton with 5.9 left. Wildcats, Bobby Chisty will inbound. Chisty gets it in. A three-pointer, the top of the key from Chisty is off the mark, and that's our game. 44-31. The West Texas Wildcats come out victorious against the Texas Lady Tigers Gold. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Coming up shortly will be the Oklahoma Lady Vols against the Comets. For Michael Knight, I'm Matt Reynolds. We'll be back with more on the Primetime Sports Network after this.